All right, here we go again. See if we can get this to work. Starting some evening virtual co-working. Let's see, I should have audio now. I see levels here. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Don't know why they're so low though. I see them here. Let me just double check that we have audio. It seems like it's a little bit of a lag. I don't know why I'm getting such terrible audio lag now. The audio lag is much lower. Let me see if I can fix this. Why does this change so much? Fix this. See if that fixes it. Now I don't hear anything. Anyway, so hey, what's up? I'm doing a stream for just doing some stuff this evening. This audio. This lag is terrible. Very irritating. It's like the video is getting slower and slower. It's like some buffering issue. That's like 500 milliseconds. That's like half a second. What is causing this variation in my video buffering? No idea. I know it's just set to half a second. Hope it syncs up. So what were you doing tonight? I need to write my Groundhog Day resolutions post. I also want to... I probably need to look up songs for piano karaoke on Friday. You can mock my musical choices later. Maybe 3, open a box or package. Those are the things I'm thinking of doing tonight. I think the video is even lagging more than half a second. It seems to be like almost 750 milliseconds. Let's see if that fixes it. Why so laggy? I'll check in a little bit. Sorry for the delay. Started live streaming. That's davidsay.com/live. So what are we doing? I just put stuff in the chat room. What is this learn more crap? Do not care for it. I think now I can check my latency and see if it's closer. I guess we'll just stick with this until whenever. There's probably some way of determining when. Now the lag is different. That's so strange. There's a variability in something. I don't know what's causing it. It's gonna drive me crazy. Now it's out of sync again. Why isn't my audio delay consistent? Anyway, maybe I'll just stop worrying about it. Probably should buffer all the video. Maybe there's a different master timer going on someplace. Alright, so enough of this fooling around technology. I'll make a note to myself. So I'm working on my Groundhog Day resolutions. Groundhog Day resolutions are my yearly goals, where I try to make something happen good for myself, ostensibly to lead to a better life, more control, that kind of stuff. I go to my website. You can see the blog post This was the last weekly review. Earlier on, I did a post, or I started doing a write up on what it was that I was thinking of filling in tonight. So hopefully this won't take too long. Sometimes these monthly reviews can take 4 hours to do. So we'll see. Hey Siri, set timer for 15 minutes.
Okay, your timer is set for 15 minutes.
So we'll go 15 minutes and see how long that is. Let me close this editor. What I want to do is open up Visual Studio Code, and let's get my knowledge management. Getting significant load on the computer for some reason. I don't know why. See, there's a couple of people watching. Hello, people. What are you guys up to? I'm trying to keep busy, and if I don't talk to someone, I will just fall asleep. I think that's what will happen. So first step, I think let's do some clerical stuff. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to write yet. So one way of warming up is to just fill in some of the data, like these links that are over here, for example. These are links that I might refer to later in this blog post. So I'll just go look those up now. And I happen to know what's the easiest way of grabbing these. Maybe I would just go behind the scenes and go to the posts menu. This is WordPress. I still haven't updated to 5.0 because, frankly, I'm scared to. So let's copy this link. I wonder if I could do it like this. I had to restart Plusk on my server earlier today. So that's 9.4. This is 9. Oops. Oh. Ah! Getting a lot of lag on the computer. No, don't fall there. I'm like another 300 milliseconds, 250 millisecond lag. So that's that one. Copy this link address. I had to click to copy that link address. Copy this link address. And this was the actual last post. Copy. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Oh, I also miscopied this one. That was the... I'm doing it again. I need to copy the view. And then for 9... Alright, so I should be able to grab all these suckers. Put them into here. I wonder if I can do this. What's the thing for multi-select again? Was it Command Option? Can never remember. Shift? Is it middle mouse button? Nope. Why can't I never remember this? Is it Option Control? Nope. It's it. What's the frickin' multi-select? I thought it was Option Shift. Why can't I never remember this? What I'm trying to do, maybe it's Command Shift? Yeah, it's Command Shift. I'm wondering if I can just do this. Oh, of course I lost everything. No! Damn you. This I want to copy again. If this works, I'll be very pleased. Although I could have probably just copied and pasted them faster. Yes! No. Did it work? Maybe. guess it did work. Shocking. Alright, so I laboriously did that. Don't do it like this, like me, kids. Be smart with your copy and paste. Not like old man say. Okay. So this is the Groundhog Day resolution draft post I keep in my erstwhile knowledge management system. And I basically copied the November report and just started replacing things because I'm going to I think I'm going to use the November report as the template for writing this thing up. I've been trying to get the process of doing my monthly reviews down, so it's much simpler. Which I do with the weekly reviews, and those went pretty well. So, let's take a look. I'm saying here, hindsight insights expanded. Do I even know what they are yet? No, because I probably need to read about my last 4 weekly reviews. Let me see if I can quickly review that. And let's enable the markdown preview because, alright, it's a little easier to read on the right side. This is Visual Studio Code I'm using, by the way, if you were wondering. And this is 9/1. This was November 18th is when I wrote this one. The assessment was, as was notable week, completely unscheduled. Oh, that was a good week. I didn't have any meetings scheduled. The win was getting the working standalone Electron app. That is something that I should make a note of. I'll use this as for my notes. I wish this wasn't so ungainly. So on 9/1, what are some things I can say? I think an insight from this was no schedule weeks are the best weeks. Best weeks. Let's do this. And first draft got the standalone Electron app. I'm trying to put down things to remember that will trigger a memory of how I felt about that week. Finally, new format for daily focus activities. The work doing activities lists. We got how much time? We got 7 more minutes of this push. Then we'll do something fun. Like open a package. I have this meter thing over here that might be fun to look at. What else? Got the snow tires set up. I don't think I need to report that. Work tasks. Software developer. Versioning. Software developer insights acceptance. Looks like there was 2 takeaways. Oh yeah. Process sucks, but that's the way it is. The main thing was like really the stationary push. I think those are, I'm going to promote these to a key insights. And the first key insight is realities of software development. And the second key insight is or stationary business collaboration. I was working with somebody who I allowed to set my goals for my business, which I've never let happen before. So that was like a new thing for me. Oops, what happened here? I just broke something. Let me check audio. Did I break the audio again? It doesn't look like it. Test. I guess that's pretty close. I turned this to super low latency to try to fix the issue, and so that's much better for interactive responsiveness. So let's see, the station business with collaborator. So week 9.1 stationary push. Any other insights? The dishwasher stopped working that long ago? Snow of the year, pork loin. Key project accomplishments? Let's say pork loin. Probably should talk about transition too. Something really exciting though. Cleaning. New targets. Felt like I was starting to get my stride. Trying to get my stride. Okay, 9.2. You know, one nice thing about these weekly reviews is that I can have to do much less reconstruction, which used to take, that's probably what took 4 hours before when I was going back through all my notes and all my pictures and so forth to figure out what the hell happened the previous few weeks. So now we're on 9.2. Let's see. Working dev environment. Pizza mastery. I was able to shape dough. Shaped pizza dough successfully. That's a big deal. So I've been learning how to hand shape dough, and I was not really, didn't really know how to do it, but I think I figured it out finally. I cleaned my bedroom. Cleaned up bedroom. Found out how to use, and there's like dump related stuff. I discovered working within my limits. This is when the 2-slot model came up. Those are important insights. Excuse me. Personal matters. I saw my sister. Clean my bedroom. Okay, that was a relatively short week. Let's look at 9.3. Actually, this is kind of great. This is the first time I've had a full, I think, number of weeks to be able to look at what I did last month for the review. Yes, I think so. On 9, no, I guess I did also for the November review. I had a full week of, or a full 4 weeks of review posts. Hey, someone else popped into the room. Hey, what's going on? I am on 2 more minutes on this push, and then we'll look at something that's, not so hard to look at. Just keeping people company if they're working. Let's see. So for, oops, it's open in the wrong window. Click on this, and we want to look at 9.3, was it? There's the, so looking at my accountability, this is the A week. These were B+ weeks, I think. The A week. What happened the A week? Oh, I did a week of live streaming. That's when I started doing this again. I also did, I perfected my pork loin. Got a bunch of dumb chores, dumb things scheduled. Upgraded internet. Same price, 4 times faster. This is when I started diet restart, which is going well. Let's see. There was a insight here. This is the Google sucks. Confusion reigns. Reigns or reigns? Reigns. Oops, this is the timer. Okay, it's time to goof off a little bit. We will goof off for 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Hey Damon, how's it going?
5 minutes and counting.
I am doing virtual co-working, writing a blog post. Although I don't really feel like writing it, but it's due today because it's 12/12. And let's see. Oops. Looks like someone is here. I've set up the "We are streaming" sign. So I guess I won't be able to go too long tonight, additionally. So I have these keys. And every time I dig these keys out of my bag, they screw up my fingernails. And so I thought this is what they have those wraparound key things for. So I got this thing. Oh, the cat is creaking. Hey Keen, it's good to see you. How's things going for you this evening? Why doesn't this open? Why are my fingers so weak? I almost just gave up. But fortunately, we have tools. I hope I don't have to return this. Things are going well. Excellent. Alright, so when this is in my bag and I reach in for a bag, I think this has been causing my fingernails to you get all like chipped and stuff. And I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to have one of those leather cases that held all the keys on little hooks or hooklets or something like that. And I used to think it was the most horrible thing because it was like kind of old looking and it kind of I thought it smelled funny and it was just old. And so I had this the keychain I currently have is one of these. And so everything kind of folds out as a knife and you just kind of put the keys in there. But this thing is still really kind of clunky. And so I'm wondering if by using this kind of sleeker version of it, if that will solve some of these problems. And I have so this actually doesn't have the hooks, but on the inside I think it just kind of contains it in this case. So I think it'll just sit inside of my bag and not be so terrible. But that means I need to take everything off of this keychain, which I don't feel like doing right now. But I think this has some possibilities. Yeah. So this in my bag versus this neatly contained thing. I don't think this will screw up my fingernails if I'm digging around my bag. Because right now, this is the bag I'm using right now. Blarg. This. So I'm digging around in here. It's not going to chip my nails and stuff. So I don't always carry this bag. I just usually leave this in the car. Technically it's a purse. I am calling it my bag. It goes well when I'm trying to do the steampunk thing, and then this would just fit very nicely inside of there. Oh, look at that. I'm very pleased with the way this is going to come out. Anyway, I'll leave all that in there. The other thing that might be worth looking at during this break, and there are many things to look at, is I got a replacement meter. This is a wireless thermostat. And so one thing I've been learning how to do this year is make pulled pork in an electric smoker. Where I live, we're not allowed to have grills or gas grills. We are allowed to have electric grills, but electric grills suck. But what doesn't suck are electric smokers. So that's one thing I've been trying to master. And part of the challenge of smoking something is just knowing how long to do it. And so this is a replacement for the other one I have. Let me go grab that so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to give the old one to my cousin, who's just getting into the world of smoking meats as well in his gas grill, because he has one in California where he lives. So the idea is it has this. This is like a wireless charging thing, and this is a wireless thermoprobe. It's actually got two. There's one on the tip and one on the outside. So the one on the outside measures the ambient temperature. This one is what the temperature inside the meat. And it communicates to your smartphone using low power Bluetooth. The problem is the range of it is quite limited because the smoker is an enclosed steel box and the signal doesn't go out very far. The upgraded version of this actually turns this thing into a Bluetooth repeater, so you can be farther away from it. Instead of putting your phone right on top of the smoker, trying to read what's inside it, which kind of sucks. You might as well just use a regular probe. But I have high hopes for this, and plus I can give my cousin the old one, because he really needs better instrumentation for his smokes. All right, so timer's going off. We're gonna do another 15-minute push. Hey Siri, set timer for 15 minutes.
Okay.
This will be.
Timer is set for 15 minutes.
This will probably be the last push because since my house guest is home and I don't want him to be like stuck upstairs, wondering when he's allowed to come down. So anyway, let's get back to the screen here. All right, where we last left off, I was reviewing week 9.3. And week 9.3, I'm just making highlights in these notes on this side. Let's see. What were the highlights? 9.3, I got the diet restarted. I'm down like 5 pounds, which is amazing. The lightest I've been in a long time. Did I finish this? Okay, heroes. One thing I remember from this week is I'm kind of, I guess you could say I've been a developer for a long time. Oh, thanks, Keen. Or Damien. Yeah, it was, I'm very pleased. I'm below 190 for the first time in probably since I was 27 maybe, or 31. So, I started this year at 219, I think, and now I'm at 187. So, that's pretty significant. I've been doing it with a variation of Tim Ferriss's slow carb diet, and also I think it's intermittent fasting. But you basically eat one meal a day. So the combination of low carb or slow carb with the fasting. So my eating window today was between 1:30 and 4:30, and so I'm fasting until noon tomorrow. And so that's supposed to put my body in the state where there's no free carbohydrates in my system. So it has to convert fat into energy. In the morning, I do eat a little bit of protein, just so I don't lose that. You need some protein. And it's a couple of eggs that seems to be enough for me. But we'll see how long this goes. At the end of the month, I'll see what my total weight loss is. My target goal is 5 pounds. I think I was at 4.4 last week. It's a good chance I can get to over 5 pounds, and that would be great. So let's see, I'm just looking over here. Oh, I created this nail drying station. That's an accomplishment that goes here. Nail drying station. So I bought some USB fans, put them on a box. So if I put my hands in it, if I've polished both hands, then a gentle breeze blows on them, and you're theoretically drying them out. Oh, the WildStar server shut down. That's right. That was very sad. It's not so much an accomplishment, but a noteworthy event. WildStar servers shut down. Well, there was a online video game that I used to play where I used to do role playing, online role playing, and it was a lot of interesting personal development. I learned I learned to be a better conversationalist, by role playing a shy person. Bought some boots. The new targets were. I'm still pouring. This is taking forever. I am mentioning the slow carb stuff here. Last week, 9/4. Oops. No. Click here, then click here. Last official review. Oh. Acquired an Oculus Rift. They're like on sale. This is an Oculus Rift CV1. I guess, ostensibly it's part of work. So here it is connected to the headset, connected to the PC, which I am now able to stream the Oculus stuff to the stream so we can play around with that stuff. Let's see. This week was not so good. So it says here I had assessed the week as a B. That's the digital signing stuff. Except development frustrations as just the way it is. Let's see. Significant. I'm just remembering something. It made significant advances in branding, marketing. Scroll, scroll, scroll. JavaScript work. Stationery and blog work. Personal matters. Cat was okay. Below 190 pounds. Did I put the weight loss stuff here yet? Down to 187 pounds. Never weighed myself yet, so I think that's pretty much it. I can probably shift these reviews back up. Stand Electron, work doing activity lists. That was a nice boon. What those are, the activity lists are, if you look in the Coworking chat room, we have a work doing room now, and in the work doing room, I've been doing these short lists. So you can see here, like my evening short list is to write and post Groundhog Day resolutions. And I'm not going to go sleep until that's done. But this is a complement to my overall week plan, which I'm posting in the accountability room right now. So this is the week plan for Monday, December 10. And you can see like I'm slowly resolving these things. I'm kind of behind on a bunch of stuff. I did do this actually, so what I can do is you can edit the messages that you post. So I did do that. I'm in the process of doing this. I sort of did that. I just got this done. This is ongoing. So these little symbols actually I have these written up someplace. I don't think I've done it 5 times. Monday I woke up early, Tuesday I did not, Wednesday I woke up pretty early, so that's 3 times, or 2 times this week. Tuesday. Let's make a note, so Monday and Wednesday is when I did it. And I scheduled a dishwasher repair. I did not do license renewals because I need to do that when I'm in town. Today I was out of town all day. So that's what the work doing was this one, the short lists. So by having the combination of the big list and having I'm going to work on these 3 things for this morning or this afternoon, that seems to be helping a lot with my focus. So I'm pretty pleased by that. Software Insights. So I'm seeing all this. Pizza Master. Did I put that up there? Let me. I think a significant accomplishment here was 14. That was getting Webpack plus Electron to work and knowing how it works. Work on purpose instead of just grabbing someone's like crappy template and then like say, well, it compiles. I think I understand how it actually all fits together. I got Satellite Electron. We're doing acceptance, stationary push. Starting to get my stride for work-life balance. Working dev environment. Week of live streaming. Getting back into the swing of it. Some things scheduled. Upgrading it, diet restart. I think that's largely it. I did get some cool boots too. Okay, so I have a sense of the shape of what happened now for the last several weeks. I close these documents again. This is the December post. Now do I have enough information to write something? Summary of the month. How did the month go? If I'm looking at the past few days, it was like not bad because I had ups 94. This was a B plus or B week, I think. Not. Let me just try to. I'm not going to try to write finished English here, but I'll just try to capture my thoughts. Overall, it went well, right? Overall, the month felt under control. I wasn't depressed. I seemed to be making progress on multiple fronts, both work and personal. On the work side, while the going has been slow and frustrating, learning to use these new to me technologies, I'm starting to be okay with it and am evolving ways to deal with it that make me a stronger developer, a wiser developer, a more capable developer. Why am I talking like Winnie the Pooh or A.A. Milne? I'm thinking about the Winnie the Pooh story where Rabbit tries to teach Pooh a very important lesson. I don't know if you remember this. That's the one where Rabbit thinks that Pooh is like not taking life serious enough, so he comes up with this idea to make Pooh realize like what a mess he is, and how much he needs someone like Rabbit, who's meticulous, organized Rabbit, having a rabbit in his life to make life better. So he arranges for Pooh to get lost, but Pooh has an excellent sense of direction. Rabbit has a terrible sense of direction. And so in Rabbit's head, he was imagining like, when Pooh realizes how lost he is and Rabbit rescues him, he'll be so much more appreciative of his qualities. But I should look it up. But anyway, I'm distracting myself. So over the month felt under control. I mean, there was like I can list on the work side. On the personal side, there's a ton of things I have to do, and not all of them. But I feel I'm knocking some of them down. And I'm increasingly okay with the having to do, and knowing that if I knock a few down every week, they may all be gone sooner than I expect. This is the surprise of just doing anything at all, leading any place. Like for me, it's difficult to imagine them really leading any place. Because as soon as I do one task, like another task springs up in its place. Two tasks spring up into its place. But it's not bothering me so much anymore. I don't know why. It used to be very depressing. Let's see. So let's see. Let me structure this on the personal side. What else? There was that whole idea of the 2-slot model. I guess I could just say 2 productivity methodologies that I discovered for myself. Methodologies. Discovered. That was the 2-slot plus aux focus model. And also the taking the time to learn is okay approach. Because I have the time now. Maybe another thing is I didn't write before. It's okay to split my attention. Oh, that's fast. It's okay to split my attention between personal and work. They are both important. I'll say like last month I didn't bill as many hours as I would have liked. As I would have liked, but I still booked enough. More would have been better because I could have like paid down a lot more, printing supply costs. But progress was made on personal and personal business stuff that will pay off. Learning to work in small chunks. This is something I'm starting to get better at. What else can I put here? I guess let me save this. Yeah, so I'm going to do the last 5 minutes of things. Hey Siri, set timer for, let's say 50 minutes to close this out. Because that'll make it an hour of co-working.
Okay, your timer is set for 15 minutes.
So for the last 15 minutes, I am going to do something embarrassing, which is to study my piano karaoke list. So there's this thing I go to called piano karaoke. I'll show you. My friend Elise runs this. She learned how to play piano by ear from her grandmother, who used to accompany silent movies in the 1920s. So one thing Elise likes to do to unwind is to run this piano karaoke thing, in which she has like this really excellent memory for contemporary music, or all music really, and she can play it by ear and remember it well enough if she has the lyrics like for people to sing to it. So she runs this thing at a local music school. You can see there's Elise, and I think that's what's his name? E. Clark. He's like a local writer. So I've been going to this for maybe 3 years. Maybe it's been longer than that. I don't remember. But I went to it because I was like terrified of singing, and like Elise is a friend of mine, and one thing I learned from her, was that music doesn't have to be about doing it right. So I went there to learn how to break things and musically, and break them I did. So I keep a list of everything I'm working on in Docs.cs Cowork, which is our virtual co-working stream, public document store where everybody can edit stuff. And let's see, and where is this? Is this in group challenges, project ideas, group note share maybe? Yes. All right. So what I've been doing is I've been in this song resources folder. Oh, let's take a look at this. These are songs to learn in 2018. I wrote down things that, like, from her list that I thought I could know. And these are songs I kind of like that are on the list. I went through the whole thing and says maybe I could do this. I had this question whether Nickelback Coldplay is really awful or not, because this seems to be the butt of jokes a lot of the time. I don't know. People have opinions on this. And so I've been like slowly going through the list and grabbing the lyrics from it just so I have them, so I can study them. So these are the ones I've copied so far. Alicia Keys, If I Ain't Got You, Atlantic Star, Always, Boys II Men, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday, Cardigans, Loveful, Christopher Cross, Sailing, which I hadn't thought about in a while. The one I'm working on, which I apparently can't spell, is Don Henley's The End of the Innocents. And there's another one I was thinking about copying into this. What was it? It's very similar. It's by the same composer. Mandolin Rain. I know I'm dating myself horribly with this, but I'll copy some. So what I thought I would do is like try to sing this a cappella just to be familiar with the lyrics. One issue I have is I actually don't hear lyrics in music. I just hear sounds. So it takes a lot for me to concentrate and hear what they're saying. And I'm often surprised at what they're singing. And so I will practice singing this. So I've been doing is I've been copying these from various lyrics sites, but then sort of annotating them and splitting up in a way so I can read them. Because a lot of the times the formatting for these sites are kind of hard to follow. So, so there's a 2 times intro phrase that the piano does. How does it go? Is this the one that goes da 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 da? No, that's not. That's Mandolin Rain. This one goes, remember when the days were long and rolled beneath a deep blue sky. We didn't have a care in the world with mommy and daddy standing by. But happily ever after fails, and we've been poisoned by these fairy tales. And I put notes in here because it was before I had listened to the song. I thought that the notes went up at the end, but they don't. The lawyers dwell in small details, since daddy had to fly. And I'm still actually looking at this and not actually paying attention to what the words mean. Because again, it's very difficult for me to focus on words for some reason when I'm hearing music. There's like some exclusivity thing that happens. Okay, so let me see if I remember the tune. I apologize in advance. And it probably would be better if I was playing an actual video to sing along with, but then that would flag YouTube's copyright system, and all sorts of warning bells will go off and lawyers will get involved. So I think if I just sing it without music, YouTube won't notice. All right. This is very embarrassing. Maybe I should wear sunglasses. Remember when the days were long and rolled beneath a deep blue sky. We didn't have a care in the world, with mommy and daddy standing by. But happily ever after fails, and we've been poisoned by these fairy tales. Ends down. The lawyers dwell on small details, since daddy had to fly. One thing I'm noticing is, like, because I'm so embarrassed, my throat is tightening up and my chest is constricting, and this is a problem I have at the piano karaoke as well. I don't know how to undo it. Do I just have to be really confident with the words? I guess it would be better if I actually memorize this, but let's push on, and then I'll close down the stream and die of embarrassment by myself. Let's see this. that dash there, I think means a pause. Is like a, I know a place where we can go. And the reason why that is in brackets is because some singers, and I listen to a bunch of singers, they add that's to it. In the Don Henley version, he doesn't do that. Still untouched by men. If I can try to relax myself, maybe the sound will be better. I don't know if I can't even hear the difference. We'll sit and watch the clouds roll by, tall grass waves in the wind. You can lay your head back on the ground. Let your hair fall all around me. Offer up your best defense. See, I have a tendency to want to go up there on the. Offer up your best defense. But this is the end. This is the end of the innocence. I don't know how to get rid of that tentativeness in my voice. You can hear it, right? It's like this, like are you holding the sound back, or I'm trying to control the tone too much? I don't know. If anyone knows how to sing, they can tell me what I'm doing wrong. I appreciate that. But some of the experienced singers at this thing, they just kind of let go, and it's fine. We say we lost a watcher, so it looks like I'm breaking things, which is excellent. No beautiful force. Maybe I'll just sing quiet. I mean, that's okay. For spacious skies, but now those skies are threatening. They're beating plowshares into swords for this tired old man that we elected king. Armchair warriors often fail when we've been poisoned by these fairy tales. The lawyers clean up all the tales. Instead he had to lie. But I know a place where we can go and wash away this sin. We'll sit and watch the clouds roll by and the tall grass waves in. Tall grass wave. Maybe if I become more aware of like what's happening in my throat. But I also am trying to remember how this goes because I don't have this song memorized cold. Maybe it's like running a race. And you had to know where all the turns are. The tall grass waves in the wind. Just lay your head back on the ground and let your hair spill all around me. Offer up your best defense. This goes down, right? Down, but this is the end. This is the end of the innocence. Actually, I'm noticing, like, as I'm lowering my voice or softening my voice, I can feel the sound settle in a different way. Maybe I'm just trying to force this. Maybe, like with amplification, I don't have to worry so much about projection, at least right now. So, anyway, how many time has gone by? That took 10 minutes. So I think that's enough embarrassment as I can take for now. I did a little bit of work on that. And I'm going to go, I guess, make some tea, maybe take a shower, and then I'm going to finish doing my blog post. And I think that will do it for today. Is there any other last things to look at while I'm here? Maybe this. This will burn up the last 5 minutes. Another thing is, like, I'm always running out of, like, coins. They just kind of appear, and I don't know what to do with them. I must have, like, $500 worth of coins in jars. But they just keep popping up. So I got a little coin purse. This one seemed cute. So, again, this is the sort of thing that'll go in my bag. And it's like a spring-loaded one. So this will be a way of keeping track of coins. And I think that might work well. So I guess that's all there is to talk about. Other things I can save for tomorrow. So that concludes an hour of virtual co-working with me, Dave, and you, whoever you are, hopefully working on cool things. Um, Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I don't know when. I don't have an official schedule for this. I just do it when I just need to get going on something. So I'm just gonna call the stream now. There's only like 4 minutes left. So thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good evening and a productive week. And I will see you around. Good night.